Winona State University, a place we all hold dear in our hearts. Take a look around and you'll see a campus that has experienced amazing transformation. A school once divided by streets is now a magnificent college campus. There's the new Kruger Library, the renovated Sampson Hall, the Stark Engineering Building, the new Center West and Kirkland Hall dormitories, and most recently, the incredible Integrated Wellness Center. And coming soon, the unveiling of the Warrior Baseball Stadium. With the completion of the pedestrian tunnels, both the north and south sides of the campus are finally connected. But where will the tunnels lead? Today, they lead to a century-old football facility that was built when Winona State Teachers College had an enrollment of a few hundred. Today, Winona State's enrollment is nearly 10,000. The event parking and tailgating area is disjointed without a central gathering place. The west side of the football stadium is old and crumbling, with outdated and undersized locker rooms below, capped off with a dilapidated press box on top. It's an every game occurrence to have the student section maxed beyond capacity, or fans of all ages left standing without a seat. Even worse, when they're not standing to watch the game, they're standing in line to use one of the porta potties outside the stadium. Through the years, some nice amenities have been added to increase seating and improve the game day experience. But these changes have not improved the structure or functionality of this century-old, dilapidated facility. Winona State boasts one of the winningest Division II football programs in America, with facilities that rank third to last in seating capacity in our conference and arguably dead last in facility functionality. WSU's women's soccer team ranks among the best in America, but has to share the field with football for both practice sessions and games. With no on-campus training facilities, the men's cross-country and women's track and field teams have to utilize off-campus sites and local high schools for training. With limited facilities to accommodate an overcrowded intercollegiate schedule, there's simply no room for intramurals or recreational space for the student body. And when the cold Minnesota winter sets in, training for many of our student athletes and team-oriented fun and fitness for our student body comes to a grinding halt. It all freezes solid. But with your vision, participation, and support, we're about to heat things up. Welcome to Warrior Village, an amazing indoor and outdoor athletics and recreation facility that will be the crown jewel of Southeast Minnesota and the gateway to the city of Winona and Winona State University. Designed by RDG, one of the foremost athletic facilities design firms in America, Warrior Village will be the new home for Warrior Athletics, the hub of student recreation and the premier community event center. Intercollegiate athletics, NCAA championships, club sports, high school sports, indoor and outdoor recreation, expanded classroom space, community event space, concerts, weddings, special events, and much more. It's all here, and it's all about to happen at Winona State. The plan starts with a renovated football, soccer, and outdoor event facility with a wraparound horseshoe design and an expanded mix of chairback and bleacher seating. Entrances will be strategically placed for easy access on all sides to ticket windows. The press box to the east will remain, while the aluminum bleachers will be replaced with a concrete structure surrounding the perimeter of the field, allowing fans easy walk-around access below the stands and around the entire facility. With easy access to concession stands, Warrior wear shops, and restrooms. With an expanded student section, additional seating, and expanded facilities, fans will always have a seat for the game and never have to stand in line for a porta potty again. The ground floor of the stadium also includes new home and visitor locker rooms for football and soccer, along with much-needed mix of classroom, office, and storage space. To the south, the stadium expansion will include a game day deck for families with children and large group gatherings. It will also anchor the expanded Jumbotron scoreboard and sound system. To the west will be an entirely new multi-level structure that includes added skyboxes, a new media center, and office space. Best of all, this new structure will include event and banquet facilities with food and beverage services and enough space to serve up to 500 people. It will be a one-of-a-kind gathering place for Warrior fans on game day and the only place of its kind for corporate meetings, banquets, weddings, and other community events throughout the year.
We're so excited about the possibility of renovating some of our recreation and athletic facilities. These are critical to the university. They're critical for us to attracting and retaining the kind of students we want here. It isn't really a great experience as it currently stands. The football, soccer field are really not up to the standards of most universities, certainly not up to the standards of our athletic conference. And students know that. So this is an opportunity to really bring them up. That helps us to provide a great experience for our current students, but it also helps us attract new students who otherwise maybe wouldn't see Winona State as the place they want to be. The facility that we're planning is one that'll be multi-purpose. It'll have all kinds of things. It'll have a track, it'll have a football field, it'll have throwing areas, offices, and banquet facilities. It'll be a multi-purpose facility that not only can all of our students use, but we think community members will want to come in and use it. It'll have beautiful views of the bluffs, beautiful views down onto the football stadium during games. And so the field house we envision is something that'll be of flexible value to just about everybody in this town.
We are poorly suited for the many things that you just mentioned, the locker rooms, the restrooms, the promotion of warrior athlete apparel and that kind of thing. So I think that it is only right, and it certainly is well received and well needed. And this will be another venture in order to draw people in from not only the community, but the surrounding areas.
We, in terms of D2 facilities, are slacking, especially when it comes to our football stadium right now. We need more capacity so that we can continue having that engagement and having students more satisfied with Winona State, more excited about going to Winona State, and they're really gonna feel a deeper connection to Winona State, which I think is really powerful.
Connected to the expanded stadium will be the exclusive indoor athletic and recreation multiplex. This magnificent facility includes a full 100-yard indoor turf field, an NCAA regulation 300-meter track, athletics weight room, coaching offices, classrooms, meeting rooms, and more. For the first time in school history, the entire student body will have an indoor, climate-controlled facility for year-round training, practice, exercise, and recreation.
A facility like this would be an unbelievable thing for Winona State University and the Winona community, not just for the athletics department, but for all of our students in our community. The ability to have an indoor facility that could house not only our practices and our varsity track and field team, but could also have intramurals and club sports. It's something that Winona State University has needed for a long time, and now we're on the verge of making that a reality. So I think this is essential for our continued recruitment of not only student athletes, but also for the general student as well.
Winona is one of those places that it's really becoming really a Midwest centralized location for activities. You look at some of the things that are happening and the arts around our campus, around the community, with all the festivals that we have, big events that are wanting to come to the Winona area. And I think if we really become a regional activity center, more so than just a field house, I really think that even more of those opportunities will come to Winona.
It's going to be a big increase in revenue for us. Currently don't have any home track meets because we don't have an indoor track and field facility, but when you start having 1,000 athletes at an indoor track meet, and then you include that 1,000 athletes are going to bring parents, family, and friends that are going to stay overnight in the Winona community, are going to go to restaurants in the Winona area, are going to go to the small businesses or the businesses in town and spend their money. It's going to be a great revenue source too for the community.
Whether it's indoor football practice, training for track and field, soccer, baseball, softball, or golf, intramural sports, club sports, high school championships, NCAA championship events, or citywide Winona events, this is the place where it's all going to happen.
I think there's one thing that strong communities have, and that's some kind of a central tie. And where this facility will be located centrally will allow for a great space for people to gather. Of all the opportunities that come along, and you always think of, is the time right? Right now is the right time to make an investment not only in our students and in our campus on Winona State, but also in the community.
Anything we can do to make the campus more of a attractive university presence, I think it's a high tide that raises all boats. You don't just build a university in a day. Projects like this take a long time in planning and thinking them through, but they add to the entire beauty and the presence of the campus. So I think it's going to be a fantastic addition and one that's probably long overdue.
This venue is very versatile, right? It can be anything in a sense. We can do indoor track meets, we can do concerts, we can do meetings, we can do community events. So I think that's the key. Winona needs something like that, and I think that's great that Winona State is on the forefront of bringing this to town. So I think we really don't know the potential. I think it'll just evolve.
And it needs to happen because we've fallen desperately behind as virtually every school in our conference and our direct competitors in other conferences have all made significant upgrades to their athletic facilities, making it harder to compete for the highest quality students. Our competitors have made the commitment and have no regrets.
Well, we live in a sports town, and there's no question that our community loves athletics, and they love all kinds of sports. So it's really something when we have a big game day, people turn out and show up, and they love our stadium, so they're happy to come. They really like the experience. It allowed us to really change the culture of our institution on football game days and really gather the community for celebration of Augustana College.
We're really glad we did the stadium project. There isn't any doubt that it was a tremendous decision for the college, for the community, for our student body, for the football program. It's just been a win-win-win in every way.
We are very pleased with the outcome of the project. You know, a completed facility such as this football stadium, someone can drive by or walk in and say, well, it's great for football. But we don't look at it that way. It's not just football, it's track and field, it's soccer, it's baseball. But more importantly, it's the community. We let our community come in, so we embrace the community, we embrace all of our athletes, we embrace all of our faculty and staff. We're very pleased with the facility.
The academic side of our university was very supportive. They saw what we were doing with our student athletes, that we were really trying to recruit good student athletes. They were very supportive of that. They were very supportive of the program as a whole. Football has really developed, helped this school create an identity. That has created a great deal of pride amongst our alums and our students, and it's helped enrollment. It's been a tremendous thing for our development office as far as fundraising. There's no doubt that the revenue that has been produced because of this stadium is staggering. The revenue that we generate really helps fund our entire athletic program.
And it just gives them a chance to experience a big-time college atmosphere in a town like Maryville, Missouri, and, on a campus of 7,200 students. So we certainly feel it's helped us, immensely to let them feel that energy, that passion that gets generated in our stadium. It goes a long way with potential student athletes. I know we really feel like it's the initial hook to get them interested in Northwest Missouri State.
The entire community and student body have responded unbelievably to this stadium. And it isn't just on game days. Again, it's every day.
We want our student athletes to succeed. The most important thing for them while they are here is not playing, but it's studying and graduating. And so we have had the kind of relationship with the academic community that makes that possible. Lubbers Stadium has been redone from top to bottom with additional stands, new areas for students, new concessions, new services for the teams. All of this has been done because we have happily been overrun with fans. We needed to do this. I think it's a great part of student life here.
It is a huge part of campus life. So not so much academic affairs, but student affairs is, I think, the biggest beneficiary of having a very nice football stadium and to create an atmosphere on Saturday nights for your students that they can have a great, fun place to go for student life. If you get students, they'll create the atmosphere for college athletics. And if you get the atmosphere of college athletics, you'll get ticket buying public, you'll get alums back, and they'll enjoy it. You'll get sponsorships. And if you get them there, start with students and generate the atmosphere that students want to be there, then you're gonna get other people to follow.
We compete in the NSIC, which is probably the best D2 conference in the country, and our facilities are woefully lacking when it comes to other schools in the NSIC, and we definitely need an upgrade, not only on campus, but in Winona, because we are really lacking in large meeting space for social events, things like that, and having that on campus would do great things to draw business events and other things to the Winona State campus.
Most of our competitors competitor schools in the Northern Sun Conference have facilities that far exceed what our facilities provide for our student athletes. Our student athletes are contributing academically with grade point averages that far exceed that of the general student body. And while we've been able to excel in competitive endeavors at Winona State, we know that facilities do make a difference as it relates to recruiting student athletes and to the overall experience that our student athletes have while they're here. Again, I think one thing that we're really striving for here at Winona State University is to deliver a balanced and well-rounded experience for all of our students. And quite frankly, the competitive success of our extracurricular athletic programs does contribute to the sense of community that we believe is so strong here at Winona State University. The atmosphere at football games will be significantly enhanced as a result of the facility. At present here in our community, we don't have a complex that can accommodate concerts, meeting space for large groups, convention space. That really would be a community asset that currently we don't have readily available in our community.
We have a deficit of athletic facilities on campus, definitely compared to the rest of the Northern Sun Conference. I think the entire facility is going to be a plus for not only Winona State, but for Winona. I think that in the region, it will be clearly the best athletic indoor arena as well as football stadium that anyone can offer. And I think that's very important for the city of Winona and definitely for Winona State.
Yes, it's a monumental undertaking, but if we want to compete, if we want to be respected for academics and athletics, if we want to attract the best, keep the best, and have the best, then we must all work together to make it happen.
I don't think we have a facility that offers that much here right now, and I think putting it all together will really get more students here, and I think it will encourage other students, not just athletes, to go to other events and go to football events and get the community involved as well.
I'm in favor of this because I know we really don't have a field house, and I know a lot of campuses that I visited had bigger facilities, and I think it would attract a lot more recruits here and make their decisions easier on where they would want to go.
I think a new athletic field house and the campaign for it is something that would mean a lot to the university, as well as the surrounding community, because it's an opportunity to set apart our athletic program. And with better and bigger facilities, that's going to mean more recruits, and it's going to mean a better athletic program overall. And I think it's going to really be a wow factor for people coming to school here or who are considering coming to school here.
I think this facility is really needed for our campus and the city of Winona itself, because right now we don't have anywhere to practice indoors for track and field. And I think a new stadium would just enhance the culture here, because I think it would bring more people to sporting events and just make a more fun game day atmosphere for the athletes and just the whole community in general.
It doesn't just impact student athletes, it impacts our community, it impacts all students on our campus, and it gives us an opportunity to really invest in the community. I think the Fieldhouse is there for people to really come into Winona State, experience Winona State culture, and show the community, show opposing teams what Winona State's all about. This is a really great opportunity for us to really move forward with bringing in a new type of culture surrounding our athletics. If I were to tell a friend about the facility and all the benefits that I had to offer, I think I would tell them one of the main parts is that it isn't just about the student-athlete experience, it's about that community experience. Showing the community that we care about them is really important. And by having facilities to match our level of care, just allows them to come in, be a part of the atmosphere, be a part of our culture. It's a really great opportunity for Winona State.
I'm really in support of this project. There's been tremendous leadership that we've found from alumni and alumnae, from community leaders, from our students saying we need this. And so this is a project I can very enthusiastically get behind. As I came to campus and I look at kind of what pieces are missing, where do we really need to add some facilities, this is one of the critical pieces that students come to expect, and we know will help students be more successful. So I'm enthusiastically supportive of this project and looking forward to its completion.
When the community, alumni, administration, faculty, and students work together, we all win. And at Winona State, win is our first name. If you can see the vision, please join us in supporting the Warrior Village Initiative.